Friday morning, heading down to Shenandoah National Park to, today I'm going to hike the Riprap Trail, 10-mile circuit. Good morning.
How are you?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right, we are on the Skyline Drive. So it should be a pretty good day for a hike. 0% chance of rain for both today and tomorrow. Highs in the low 80s. Never been on this section of the Skyline Drive. This is the southern section of Shenandoah National Park. So this is all new territory for me. This does not seem nearly as busy as the northern section, but it is a Friday and it's getting towards the end of summer. A lot of people are doing the whole back to school thing right now, so apparently the more popular thing is to just park at the Riprap Trailhead and do just the Chimney Rock, or maybe just the Chimney Rock and the waterfall. So I'm gonna hit that the popular part at the very end, so it's a good chance that I will not see anybody for the first 6-7 miles of the trip. Most of the thru hikers have gone through this section like late June through July. This being late August, shouldn't really have anybody of the Appalachian Trail thru hikers. May have some people just doing segment thru hiking, but not the full length thru hikers. Looks like I'm going to be starting at elevation. According to the trail elevation guide, I'll be starting 2,200 feet, something like that, 2,200 feet. I go slight grade down, kind of drop into the valley, and then coming back on the Riprap Trail, we'll be back elevation the whole second half of the trip. Ideally, I'd do it the other way around. I'd prefer to go up first and then end on the down, but with this particular loop, the starting point is at the high point, so there's just no good way to, it doesn't matter which way you do the loop, you have the same elevation profile. I almost totally missed the parking area here. Kind of came around a bend and wow, it's right there. We're here, made it. It's 9:57, so 3 minutes early. Gonna get myself together and hit the trail. All right, I'm at the Riprap Trailhead. Hopefully we don't have any snow today. I'm going to be doing hike 1, which is the 9.8 mile circuit. 8.25 hiking time. Hoping to get it done a little faster than that. So basically I'm here. I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail, doing this clockwise, jump on the Wildcat Trail, come around, pick up with the Riprap Trail. I think there's a swimming hole somewhere in this area, waterfall somewhere in here, Chimney Rock, Cavalry Rock, and then back to the car. So this is the first section, probably not even half a mile, quarter mile in. It's nice and flat, relatively downhill. So I'm hoping this works out well and that I'll be able to really cover some ground on this relatively smooth downhill terrain. So this first 4 miles I'm hoping to kind of bang out pretty quickly, 2-3 mile an hour pace. So a little over an hour, maybe some warm up, and then it's further downhill once I get on the Wildcat. So it's nice and cool. Looks like I have plenty of water, especially I have purification if I need to make more, but I can't imagine I'm going to go through the water today. Actually passed a hiker, so that would be the first one. There were 3 guys that started from the trailhead and parking area at the same time I did. They went the other way though, so I don't know if they're hiking the Appalachian Trail or just doing out Chimney Rocks and back. They look like day hikers. So just came across a nice little snake. Can't tell what kind it is. Looks like a garter snake. I'm gonna stick the camera in because I'm not going in there. So a little detour for snakes and butterflies. Oh, Mr. Butterfly just likes me. Alright, so a little excitement. So this is the first I really come to anything resembling an overlook or a view. Definitely would consider this to be the boring part, but not too bad. I guess one of the bad things is get the car noise off of Skyline Drive, which is surprisingly close. So didn't realize it was the Appalachian Trail and Skyline Drive were that close together. Definitely kind of takes you out of the I'm in the woods element to hear cars going by pretty constantly. But nice view of the valley below, and unfortunately the view down into where I'm going to be hiking later on in this trip, and then eventually hiking back up. I'm just walking down the trail, and all of a sudden I come to a junction. This should be the Wildcat Trail. Let's see what it says. Alright, Appalachian Trail north-south. Riprap parking was 2.7. Uh-oh. Doesn't look... Oh, here it is. Wildcat Ridge Trail. So 2.7. Well, I don't know why I was thinking it was 4 miles. So, alright. Riprap Trail and Wildcat Trail are both to the left. Let's take them. This next part should be predominantly downhill. My knees are not looking forward to. I should be away from the noise off the Skyline Drive. Definitely off the Appalachian Trail, so I'm really not expecting to see too many other people, at least until I get back to the Chimney Rock area, which, so if I've gone 2.7, that's still, I've gone about a quarter of the way at this point. Alright, on the Wildcat Trail, about the first mile was nice, smooth, following the ridge line and gradual descent. This part definitely turned into a downhill, gotten a lot rockier, but pretty dry right now. So far I'm not blown away by the hike, but I do have to remember that I intentionally did the boring parts first, so I was forewarned. After about another mile and a half of this guy, I get on the Riprap Trail, and then that's where the waterfall and swimming hole and the lookout rocks are going to be. So this part was always going to be the boring part. This is the put in the miles part. It's not too bad. Nice green trail, no people, but it's pretty dense. A lot of rhododendron and pretty thick underbrush right here. Kind of every once in a while will open up into I guess it's too stony for a lot of this little stuff, so then you get kind of big open areas, but for the most part it's a pretty thick brush, some tall trees, and not too bad of a trail. Looks like it's going to smooth out here a bit. So I also have to keep in mind that the last one I did was Old Rag, which is pretty spectacular even when it's socked in fog. So this one is not going to compare to that. It never was, and so I can't be unfair in comparison. So I'm still looking forward to getting down to the slightly more exciting part. So far the descent has not been too bad. Knees are holding up. But we'll see. There's a burned stump. I was reading that in the 90s there was a forest fire that came through this area. So I don't know if that's leftover from the fire back in the 90s, or if that's a more recent occurrence. I don't know, it's not real warm out today. It's low 80s if anything. So while I'm definitely working up a sweat while I'm walking, pretty much as soon as I stop I cool off. So don't know, swimming hole might be a little bit cold for actually today. Definitely not going to complain about this August weather. This is pretty low humidity, definitely low temperature. So unusual for August, but it came across a slight opening in the forest, so giving me a look at some of the surrounding mountains. I honestly hope I don't have to go back up on this other ridge. It looks pretty big and intimidating there. So let me periscope up here, you guys see. So those are the surrounding ridge lines. So that's what's surrounding me. I'm not sure how much of that I have to go up, or if I'm going to stay down in this little valley, or where exactly the trail is going to be. Only one way to find out. It's as I feared. This last stretch has been just nothing but downhill. Every step down is going to be another step up, so I am not going to be looking forward to the climb out of this hollow. I'm getting towards the end of the Wildcat Ridge Trail. Picked up a small stream down here below, just a nice little flow, and then just came across a nice scree field, so lots of boulders and rocks. I'm still not at the bottom of the valley, so I'm kind of hoping when I pick up the Riprap Trail that it starts to head north and I start to gain elevation. I am nearing the halfway point. Last time I checked the GPS, I was at 4.9 miles. I should pick up the Riprap Trail in about less than half a mile. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't checked recently where we are, but it was at 2.7, or it was 2.6 past the intersection with the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail ran for 2.7, so about 5.3 is total distance is where I should be picking up the Riprap Trail. It looks like I'm going back down into this little stream area. Should be getting close. Don't have a great idea for what the Riprap Trail is going to do. I know it follows a number of streams and bodies of water, so I think it's going all uphill though. I think where these two trails meet should be about the lowest point, so I'm really hoping that all of the downhill is behind me when I get there, and then from what I've read, it's supposed to be pretty gradual, both up and down, and yeah, for the most part it was. The downhill definitely wasn't too bad. Certainly not like an old brag or something like that. There's a little rock formation up here to the left. Haven't been a ton of rock formations or overlooks. Oh, there's another one over there. So we're definitely getting down into the valley. This stream has carved a nice little hollow here. Looking forward to seeing some more of these streams. The one next to me right now doesn't have much flow, so not really much to take pictures of. I mean, it's pretty to look at, but not really your babbling brook or anything that was really photogenic. So just had a stream crossing and popped out, and looks like we hit the Riprap Trail. So there's the Wildcat Trail to the Appalachian, 2.6 miles, and here's Riprap Trail. So I'm definitely going to take a right here. Park boundary is a mile that way, don't want to do that. Appalachian Trail is 3.6, Riprap parking is 4 miles. So I am 60% done with my hike. Just 4 miles uphill. Looking really good on time. Slightly slower hiking than I thought, but faster because I haven't been stopping to take a lot of pictures. We'll see. It's both a good thing and a bad thing. Kind of the point of this was to come out and get pictures, so the fact that I've not been taking pictures means that thus far I've not been blown away by this trail. But I'm just going to keep telling myself that the boring part is behind me. Everything ahead of me is going to get exciting and fun. Definitely I'm expecting the two rock formations to be a nice finale. So they're only about 2 miles away from here. That probably means these next 2 miles are going to be a lot of uphill. The Chimney Rock, and I forgot the other rock was called, but those were 1.7 from the parking lot, and I'm 4 miles from the parking lot. So that means in the next 2.3 miles I've got to go all the way up to the top of Chimney Rock, and so it's pretty much going to be a lot of up that I just did down. So got another log clearly burned out. Once again, I don't know if that's a wildfire or it could have been a lightning strike or something. I'll have to look up when wildfires came through this area, but definitely some evidence there. It would make sense, or it'd help explain why there's so much of this low brush stuff. If the fire did come through, it would have wiped out a lot of the trees and let this little stuff come in. This is the stream that I'm now following. Definitely has a lot more flow to it. And I guess at some point we're going to come across the swimming hole. So it has meant a huge increase in bugs. While I had virtually no bugs on the first one, they are going after me like crazy. Especially my eyes with the gnats. So I hope I brought bug spray, and if not, I'm just going to soldier on, and I may have to start wearing sunglasses, even though it's really pretty shady in here, just to keep them out of my eyes. Got a marker up ahead, we'll see what it is. So far, this has been a pretty little hollow. Yeah, nice little rocky sides, nice babbling little brook, lots of little cascading, gurgling falls. This might be the swimming hole, which is supposed to be the end-all be-all. We'll see. Definitely getting a little warm, and definitely ready for a break. All right, well, point of fact, it's not an incredibly useful pole. Let's see. So Riprap Trail. So I've gone 0.6 miles. Seems like a fast 0.6 miles. It really did not seem bad at all. I made it to the swimming hole. It was just past that post that I stopped at. I've been warned, there was a group here before me, that the water is very cold, and I have no doubt that it's going to be chilly. We'll see if I'm brave enough to jump in. Have a fair number of fish in there. I have no idea how they got here or how they stay here, because it doesn't look like there's much coming into the stream, but they figure out a way. I see some adventurous person has rigged a rip swing. That water does not really look that deep, but hey, I guess some people are more adventurous than others. So I'm gonna have some snacks, and then maybe be brave enough to actually jump in the water. Getting ready to head on out. Last view of the swimming hole. The water was in fact cold. Swimming hole is done. About to head on my way. The legs are feeling really good. Does not feel like I've done 6 miles. Probably because it's all been either flat or downhill, other than that first little Appalachian Trail roller coaster-y part. Nice little stream behind me with some rock formations. Kind of a deep gorge at this point. Haven't traveled too far past the swimming hole, mainly up. A lot of signs of fire. Fire had swept through a lot of burned trees, so something definitely happened in this area. Nice little cascading falls, lots of rocks. Kind of a pretty hike at this point. Definitely better than the first half. This stretch of trail from the swimming hole heading up the mountain is best to be described as lonely. Definitely more overgrown than any of the previous trails. Really boxes you in. You got scree fields pretty much all around you, so not really much getting off the trail. I mean, you're not going to get lost or anything, but you're pretty boxed in. The rhododendron and mountain laurel all around. Really tight. You kind of feel like you're the only one that's ever walked this trail before, or at least recently. Grade wise, it's not too bad. It's nice general uphill. Kind of don't notice. I mean, I know I'm going uphill, but it's not like a steep climb, so it's not getting me out of breath. I'm not really hitting my legs too hard. Definitely signs of fire pretty much all along the trail. A lot of burnt logs and scarred trees. interesting to look up what actually happened here and how long ago it was. Hard to believe that a fire back in the 90s is still evident, but right there you can see a charred tree that's fallen. I have to think it was more recent than that, but who knows? I mean, definitely everything's growing back. So yeah, here's another. I mean, just steps away, multiple trees are scarred with burn marks. So it doesn't feel like I've gone up that much, but every time I turn around and look backwards, I see that I actually was walking up a big black snake just crossed the path. All right. He saw me, decided he didn't want to stick around. There's no way I was going to get the camera around fast enough. He walked right across that little trail right there. But good snake. He's not going to eat much. Just rodents and other type things. So I'd much rather have him around than not. As you can see, I've really gained some elevation at this point. Trees are not really tall, so the sun's really beating down. If I get a vote, I say we move the swimming hole here. This would be a much better place to cool off. Definitely been tougher grade right now. It's gotten a lot rockier, a lot steeper. But I can see the ridge lines pretty much all around me. So I'm going to take that as a good sign that I'm near the top and making some good progress. So the next stop is going to be Chimney Rock. Well, I finally got a view. Problem is, when I was looking down on the same view before, there was a mountain between me and that valley. So that means that I'm now on that mountain. So still got a ways to go, but this is what an hour of uphill feels like. Man, but this is the first view I've been rewarded with. All right, well, not too long after my last check-in, there's a little bit more of an overlook, and if I had to guess, that is the Chimney Rock overlook that I'm going to be hitting. So it's relatively flat between here and there. Looks like I'm going to kind of go around this mountain and then follow the ridge back up. So hopefully the most of the uphill is past me at this point. I gotta say the views are getting much better at this point. You can definitely see fire damage on the various trees and into the valley below, but not bad. Nice little eagle soaring. See the rocks all around into the Shenandoah Valley. So I'm still waiting judgment on whether it's worth it or not, but definitely a good view at this point. I've made it to a rock outcrop. I'm assuming this is Chimney Rock. We're going to go explore. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing. Not too bad. This definitely looks like the rock outcropping I saw from further on down. Normally I might be inclined to go climb on these rocks a little bit more, but at the end of a 8-9 mile hike, this is not really the time I'm feeling like exerting tons of energy. Not the craziest view in the park, but still not bad. Not a bad reward. Don't know if I would recommend doing it the way I did. I think simple out and back from the Riprap Trailhead to here, maybe down to the swimming hole, but that first 6.5 miles just didn't have a lot in it to justify doing all this. Enter a neat little rock field, and up above I can see definitely a rock spire sticking out. I'm not sure which one that is. Maybe that's Chimney Rock. Who knows? I'll find out shortly. I've been following a knife edge ridge for quite a bit now. I can see easily down into the hollow on the other side, and straight ahead of me looking west into the Shenandoah Valley. So got this funky little quartz here with the valley below. So I can climb up here without dying. Alright, so not a bad view. kind of see where we've been coming from. Those were the rocks that I stopped on and kind of called Chimney Rock, and who knows if that's actually what they are. As you can see, that's kind of the ridge line that we followed, and you can see we're up on top of the ridge. You can see down into the valley below from the trail, so, or in, I guess, the hollow below. So we're definitely following that other mountain I saw on the approach. Wow, that mountain seemed very high and far away at the time, so I'm surprised I'm actually on top of it. Made it back to the Appalachian Trail. According to this sign, it is 4/10 of a mile back to the parking lot, so that's a good thing. 1 mile to Calvary Rock. I don't know which one that one was. So, almost done. Summing this up. Glad I did it, but probably will never do it again. It was good for the exercise, okay for the views. Swimming hole is, you know, a swimming hole. Nothing to write home to there. So overall, the first 6.5 miles really were just not much there. It's hiking the Appalachian Trail, following the Wildcat Trail, which pretty much just follows the ridge. And you go down 2,000 feet, and then you turn and you come right back up 2,000 feet. So if that's your thing, yeah, this is the trail for you. Overlooks were, okay, you see the Shenandoah Valley. Not really that spectacular, but yeah, I'm spoiled. I'll admit that one. So standards are kind of high. I don't know. I'm probably just grumpy because I'm lacking blood sugar. Maybe I'll have a better opinion of this once I get some food in me. So that was Riprap. Can't say that I was blown away by it, but done it. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. So it is 5:12. I'm exactly 12 minutes behind schedule, which is pretty damn amazing. So did not do that because I walked fast. I did that because I didn't take a ton of pictures, but that's okay. Really only 2, call it maybe 3 places to really take pictures. I mean, Skyline Drive has more pictures than were on that trail, so kind of disappointing in that respect. 9.7 miles according to the GPS and according to the map, so the 2 agree. Really, the first I did clockwise, so the Appalachian Trail, Wildcat Trail, and then Riprap. The first 6.5 miles, up to the swimming pool, the swimming hole. Pretty just trail. I mean, there's no lookouts, nothing spectacular. It's nice, but at the same time, it's just a walk in the woods. Nothing to write home about. Swimming hole, okay, it's a swimming hole, and then a lot of uphill. I mean, it's the next 3 miles are pretty much just uphill, and then that last half mile is back down to the parking lot. So, I did it. Yeah, not unhappy that I did it, but probably will never do that one again. Definitely just the extra hour drive and all that elevation for no apparent reason. So those are the 2 takeaways. I'll get some sugar in me, get some food in me, some dinner. I'll probably feel better. It's one of those eat a Snickers, you'll feel better kind of thing. Anyhow, signing off.